Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're here. We're back with my hero 383. Real quick, if you could like the video for me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Now we're coming off of a week or a 2-week break. I can't remember if it's 2-week or a 1-week break, but we're back. I had to re-glance through the previous chapter to remember exactly what was going on. I remember last time I read this, I was really tired. Right? I was watching it back, and I was I don't know if to you guys I wonder if you guys can tell when I'm super tired, besides looking tired. I felt like I started babbling I remember babbling during this, and I'm tired. I was I need to end this. I remember thinking that I need to end this because I'm going to start saying something that doesn't make any sense. I was skirting the line. I've been tired a lot recently. I recently spent an hour recording something, right? A reaction, and then looked after I ended everything, never press record. I sat down here for an hour and some change talking to myself. For what? For what? So I've been tired. I'm a little tired today. I got home late. But we're here. Enough babbling. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. We last chapter was a lot of it was interesting Toga stuff, right? Very transparent in saying that the Ochako and Toga stuff is my least favorite that's currently going on. Doesn't mean it's bad, right? Just because something's your least favorite does not mean it's bad. It's just my least favorite. Deku versus Shigaraki is more interesting than Toga and Ochako. Dabi and Endeavor is more interesting. All these, the different set pieces are more interesting, but last chapter did give me something interesting with the thought of Toga not being able to properly use the quirks of the individuals that she's not copied, but taken the blood from. So we left off with that, but then we had All For One run away. He's a little younger now, and then we have Gigantomachia being controlled by Shinso. So interesting to say the least. But let me hop over to 383 and we can get started. Full screen this bad boy. I want to do that. Oh, real quick before I hop in, just to wrap up the anime talks, because we talk about the anime almost every week. I think, can I say this easily? I think from a production standpoint, the 6th season is the best season. Now, if you have more, story arcs that you like more than the 2 that we got during the 6th season, then that's to your own preference. But I think the 6th season was the best season of My Hero outside of the 1st season, because we know that the 1st season operated at a much higher budget than the rest of the seasons. Granted, being 13 episodes, I don't know if there was a record or anything, but that the very first episode of My Hero has I remember reading an article about it where it was an ungodly amount of frames for the first episode. That's why the first episode just looks so fluid, and it's just that's a hard it's a high bar to keep up with if the whole series doesn't look that good. But I think from a production standpoint, I do think the 6th season was the best. I think the 6th season did a good job at balancing its pace. It didn't the pace didn't feel like it dragged in spots. It didn't feel it felt like it rose and it went down, and it each valley and peak was balanced really well. So it felt man, things are crazy. Things have been crazy for how many weeks? The first half, 8 or 9 weeks in a row. It felt like things were nuts, and then it slowed you down. But in the slowdown, it gave you despair, and then it brought you to rock bottom with the Todoroki family stuff, seeing how crazy that household was. And then as you thought you were raising back up, possibly with the vestige talk and having all of this oh my goodness, Deku's gonna be he's finally unlocking the quirks, and oh, he's by himself now. So it's like a good like up and down into subversion and leading you back down further than to like lift you up at the end. Now, I will say this, we talked about this. We definitely talked about this first half of season 6, but I was hoping that this season would end with Star dying. Like we get like the last episode be the Star versus Shigaraki fight. That's what I was hoping, because I know, like, just glancing at YouTube, Star showing up at the end of the episode got a whole bunch of people like excited. I know it got my friend excited. He texted me. He was like Star is this huge like what's the exact terminology he used? Oh my gosh, he said Star is an exaggeration of like tropes. Hold on, what do you say? I love how the American top hero is somehow a bigger absurdist stereotype than the literal Egyptian pharaoh hero. And he was like, she just seems like a female All Might. And he was like, if you told me she was All Might's actual mentee or inspiration, I'd believe you. And I didn't say anything. Like I didn't respond to it. I was like, I won't say anything. So I was like, there's a lot of people are excited with Star. I think one, she looks cool. Two, once you start to like get into her character, people are gonna fall in love with her only for her to die in what? The second episode? She's in 5 chapters. So it's like we were doing 3-4 chapters an episode. So if we don't do a recap, if we do like recap for the first half of the first episode of season 7, like how they kind of did for this season, the first half is kind of recap, and then the back half is catching up. Star's gonna be alive for half of episode 1, and then she's gonna die in episode 2, and then we're gonna jump straight into the Aoyama stuff. So I was hoping that you could end the season with Star and end it like season 4, where it was Endeavor and Hawks going up against the High End, going up against Hood. I was hoping the season could have ended like that. Like if 25 episodes, if you could have just been like an exception, 27 episodes for this season, I feel like it would have been great. I feel like it would have been a perfect spot to end off on. And then you start the 7th season with all the Aoyama trader stuff leading into the big battle again. I think that works better, because a lot of people are going to be pissed come time episode 2 when she's gone. So I don't know. We'll leave that there. 6th season, I think, was a super duper success. If there is no movie announced, if there's a movie announced, it can either be like a Naruto movie where it's just like some made up story, or if we want to plug it somewhere in canon, it would have to. The only place it could fit is the Dark Deku stuff. If it's not going to be a Dark Deku movie, I could see them doing like a Naruto movie. Like the Dragon Ball movies, like just some random story just takes place anywhere and not try to slot it somewhere into the canon. If there's no movie announced, season 7 should be coming back for, it's spring right now. It should be coming back summer of 2024. Yeah, so we're in 2023. Either summer or fall of 2024, My Hero should be back. So, and we don't know if it's going to be the final season either. It's looking like it's not going to be. We're on, like, right now, all this stuff should be like episode 22, 23, 24. The stuff that's happening right now that we're reading. So I think the 8th season, I don't think we make it out of the 8th season. I think the 7th season will go off, and then the 8th season will get announced as the final season. But yeah, I did enough more babbling than I want to. Am I actually recording this time? I am recording. I need to double check. So, all right, let's hop in. I'll do my best to like chop up some of that stuff, or I'll just like tag whenever we actually start reading. So, 383. Meek Spirits. We got Mina up here. All right. After word spread about Todoroki taking down Dabi, so this is a little bit ago. Gigantomachia's containment facility, Jakku Hospital ruins. Zoom this bad boy in. Ah, come on, right when things were on the up and up. My softening quirk is useless against people floating in the air. You dirtbag, you know, people that kill midnight. All right. This plan will come to fruition thanks to our quirks in this ultra high frequency emitter. Okay. This guy looks cooler in the manga than he does in the anime. In the anime, he looks like a just garbo. He looks cooler in the manga. He looks cooler in the manga. All right. Your pathetic defense efforts won't hinder our plot at all. These high frequency sound waves mimic All for One's voice. So no matter how solid those restraints are, the voice will pierce every wall. It's the boss that killed me. That's why he didn't get any budget. It's true. And get picked up by the superior hearing of Machia's dog quirk. Okay. I don't think we ever got any. I don't have any of. I do have a data book. What am I talking about? I don't have any of the older data books. I actually have a data book. I forgot I bought that. I need to take. They probably had an intern from. I need to take a look at it to see if like the data books have like Machia's quirks listed. I know he has multiple quirks. I know he is what Dr. Graki based Nomu off of. They do? Hold on. I forgot I owned this book. I think this is the latest one that they released. I think this is the latest one. It goes up to you think as much as of a fan of Dragon Ball I am, I would have like the data books for Dragon Ball, and I don't. The Daizen shoes, I don't have them. I need to buy them. I want to say these go up to, this one goes up to, because Redestro's in this. I think this goes, oh, I'm like, why is Ichigo in here? They're talking to a bunch of the different authors. I want to say this goes right up to the start of the war. So let me see if I can find Machia in here. Villains. Is that page 219? High-end attacks. Okay. Tomura Shigaraki. All for One. Interesting. They put Shigaraki first, then All for One. Dabi. Yeah, this is right before the war because he's not. They don't have him as Toya yet. Miko Toga. Twice. Kurogiri. Compress Spinner. Magna Muscular. Moonfish Mustard. Nomu. Stain Gidon. Gigantomachia. Here we go. This is a very like detour. Sorry, y'all. An overwhelming force of nature who mows down all in his path. Wanted. Details are unclear, but he had the endurance to withstand multiple quirks without physical remodeling. Villain name Gigantomachia, real name unknown. Quirk, various quirks. League of Villains, unknown. One for all for one zealot. Offense, pledging loyalty to All for One. Interfered with police business during the arrest of Kurogiri after assaulting multiple members of the law enforcement who fled. All for One's loyal servant, equipped with a massive durable body. When All for One himself was immobilized, Gigantomachia was responsible for going around the country to kidnap heroes and their quirks for his master. I didn't know that. That's all they have. His power is an S. His speed is an A plus. His technique is a D minus. Wit is an E. Size is an A, and his threat level is an S. And it's listed as various quirks when it asks for quirks. Huh. And it said 5th edition, so interesting. Yeah, Gigantomachia only got a page though. Like I look at overhaul. Overhaul has 2 pages. That is true. He was searching for someone. You are right. Huh. Your overhaul is 2 pages. Even Redestra has 2 pages too. Now I need to look at Shigaraki. Dabi has 2 pages. All for One has 2 pages. Shigaraki has 2 pages. Toga has 2 pages. Twice has 2 pages. No moves have 2 pages. Everybody else either has like a page or like a block on a page. Those are the lesser known people. Like all the what were the before they were Paranormal Liberation Front, what were they called? Like Curious and Skeptic and Trumpet and all them and get 10. The Meta Liberation Army. That's what their name. But yeah, so it didn't list them. It just says various quirks. This is right before the war. So I wonder if there's another one that's out or if there's going to be one that's coming out. I do know that Hori said that the latest character poll that came out might be the last character poll for the series. It's like the 7th or 8th poll. Oh, this is pretty cool. Kubo and Horikoshi sketch with Deku and Ichigo back to back. That's cool. I need to read the chapter. I'm sorry. All right, let me read. I think he'll tell me in the back. There's a whole interview between Hori and Kubo in here. I didn't actually know that. It's crazy. I need to read it. All right. Okay. Next page. My bad. All right. Mount Lady coming in. Is that a big wrench? We can't let them wake up Gigantomachia. He must not wake up. Help me out, rule. Hero name of Kodai in Class B. Okay. That's pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth. She threw the wrench. She made it big. Oh, that's pretty smooth. You know how terrifying this would be? Like in real life? That would be terrifying. Mount Lady rushing at you with a wrench that'd be terrifying. All right. The big guy from the The big guy from the standpoint of ordinary people. Damn. Embodies pure psychological scarring. Like he headbutted her. Busted her straight in her head. All right, Mina. She's not going to freeze up this time, will she? I wonder. Is she going to freeze up again? All right. Debris is fallen. The escort mission's done. In the chaos of the plan to divide and conquer, we warped Shinso to this location and kept him hidden away from the battlefield. All without the villains catching on. That's pretty smooth. It was a backup plan in case push came to shove. Shinso, running back. Shinso Machia needs a dose of brainwashing. Hee oops. Hee oops. What are we hee oopsing? Ew. You spotted me. This is the sludge. This is the sludge monster from the beginning of the series? No. Oh, my page froze. This is the sludge monster from the beginning of the series. You spotted me. Makia waking up means we win, yeah? So why risk my neck in some stupid battle? Oh, goodness. The only heroes left these days have got serious guts. So I thought I'd pretend to fight a little and then sneak away. I gotta say, this pushover makes a way better hiding spot than that plucky middle school kid. This is the sludge monster from the beginning of the series. The weak are meant to suffer and submit. It's the law of the jungle. The jungle might? Wait a second. It's the law of the jungle. Might makes right. Okay. I can't believe this sludge monster is coming back after all this damn time. The authority of the strongest self-justified. Look at him clawing away at him. Where is Master? Ducky busts her straight in her head. Today marks the advent of the liberation era. Output max power. Oh, she's not. Okay, Mina. Oh, I'm frozen. Damn it. I'm frozen. Oh, I'm not frozen anymore. What did it? Encoding overload. Where do we overload it? Why are we doing an encoding overload? My bad, y'all. Damn, I'm actually gonna have to remember to cut this out. I don't know why it would be an encoding overload. Like, I'm running well below my numbers on purpose so that I wouldn't do this. Frames are dropping. I don't know. Let's hurry up and finish this. Let's hurry up and get through this so I don't have to keep dealing with this. All right, so Mina's going in. Output max. Acid Man Alma. Okay. He looks like a demon right there. All right. Oh, wow. It really corroded his hands. She always has like it. She's not ever outputting a lot. So we never get to see how like crazy it could be. It really corroded his hand. Look at his claws. Oh, snap. Acid with enough strength and volume to melt Makia's body? Careful, kid. That much will take a lot out of you. I couldn't pull this off last time. And so many people died. All that carnage and destruction. I had Bakugo and Todoroki fill me in on their special training method. Because I can't stand it anymore. I wonder what training method that is. When I think of their training method, I think back to the summer training arc when they were in the forest. And like it was Bakugo was like not Bakugo. Todoroki, I want to say was in a drum. And he would heat the drum up and then he would instantly cool it. And then he would instantly heat it and he would instantly cool it. I think that's the training he was doing. I don't remember what Bakugo's training was. Damn, I don't remember. Okay, let me continue. She's going in. I never thought I would get some crazy Mina art. Are people freaking out? Never mind. Leave it alone. Okay. I never thought I'd get like some really dope Mina art of her going in. Failing to protect what I care about isn't cool by me. She's done. Acid? Taking advantage of my fluid body to coat my innards with the stuff? Ick. Nope, I can't get mixed up with acid. He's running now. He's running now. He's running now. All right. Wait. Fat chance. Yeah, that's what I was going to be. You got him. Fat chance, idiot. I'm sticking with the winners. Got you. Thanks, you two. Brainwashed them. Ashido. Shoji never had revenge on his mind. And yeah, I loved Midnight Sensei's classes. I know all about fear because I'm weak. That weakness makes me want to form packs and get close with people. Okay? That goes for our side and yours too. That's what defines us, right? Ran and shout all you like. We are the same, one and the same. Huh. Huh. Am I supposed to take this as Mina's eyes are not white anymore? I mean, not black? They're turning white? Huh. Is that what that is? Because her eyes are always black, no? That's interesting. All right. Your cries fall flat because there's no stopping him. Ooh. She was donezo. If not for Shinzo, she's dead. Oh, she's dead if it's not for Shinzo. Oh, she's gone. She's a goner. She's a goner if not for Shinzo. Shinzo calls out Makia and he turns master and got you. Fall flat? No. That's why I learned what I had to from Aizawa sensei. Attack those in the air. Oh, Shinzo. Oh, Shinzo. Oh, Shinzo. I used my persona chords to recreate All for One's voice based on recordings from Tartarus. Now that he's responded, I've got him. So I'm not even competing with their frequency emitter. Wow. Wow. Shinzo's... It feels like it's not fair, but we kind of need some not fair stuff on our side. Villains aren't being fair either. That's crazy. All right. Mina's falling out. Whoa there, Ashido. You must be majorly dehydrated. I'm seriously sorry I've been such a letdown. There, paid you back. Come on, I hear his dub voice in my head. Come on, you never owed me a thing. Don't you get it? You've always been my hero, you jerk. We stopped them from reclaiming Makia. Now round up the escaped convicts and the PLF members for transport. Alright. Hold on. All for one. Really? And then, okay, this is later. We're jumping time now. Wow, we're covering a lot. We're covering ground in this chapter. This is a massive gamble. We've just barely kept this thread of hope intact. So it had better not snap now. Send everything we've got at him. Then this is where we were at the end of last. Oh, he's... I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna need someone Someone had to have colored this chapter. No, someone had to have colored this chapter. You got the helicopters coming in. Someone had to have colored this chapter. No, dude, this scene? There's no way they're gonna animate this and have it look good. This panel looks crazy. Like, I want to, like, this is something that you need the 360 rotoscope scene. You need like a 360 of everyone just flying in, and as it rotates, the camera gets closer and closer until you get to All For One in the middle of this, just fighting everything. I feel like Hori's, like, a lot of these big, like, splash, I know how they're gonna do this. Like, they're in the anime, they're just gonna take this scene right here and they're gonna have stuff come together, and it's just gonna be colored. It's gonna be a freeze frame of this, and then we're gonna move on to the next scene. That's what it's gonna be. But I feel like he's been going crazy. I already saw people complaining that this ended like the Fourth Shinobi War. Really? People are complaining. This isn't the end, though. People complaining? Of course people complaining. Like, of course people are going to be complaining. But really? I feel like All For One about to do something mad ignorant. Apparently there's just fights going on all over the place and the plot's being dragged out. I don't feel that way at all. It's not the first time I've heard that, though. Not the first time I've heard that. In the comments under one of the videos, like, someone did say that too. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. But I'm trying to think just how I have this thing where it's this, I'm not going to spoil Attack on Titan, but I feel the same way about how people complained about the ending of Attack on Titan, but they didn't complain about everything else. So it's like everything leading up to the ending, no one had, like, very few people had problems with everything leading up to the ending. But it's like, logically, it was like only one or two options that could have happened if you follow those events. So if you follow those events and then you get to the end point and you don't like it, then maybe you need to reassess if you like the series or not, because you need to go back, like, Attack on Titan timelines, 40 or 50 chapters to the moment this all started. It's just like, if you didn't like this, you actually need to reassess if you actually like the series or not. I feel like we're getting to this point where if you don't like what's happening, you need to, like, reassess where the series started to falter for you. Because I don't see any other way outside of All For One just flying away, right? I think we're all in agreement that All For One should have just flew away. But this not turning into a big cataclysmic battle for Japan, right? I feel like that was an inevitability. There's no way that the series would end not with the heroes and villains clashing and the fate of Japan being left in the balance. So it's like, if you didn't like, it's just like, you need to, like, reassess, like, where, like, the origin, like, if you didn't like where it ends up, like, it's been seeded for a long time now. So maybe a lot of these decisions you actually didn't like in retrospect. I don't know. I feel like the only thing that I really wasn't vibing with, and we've already vetted and we've already talked about it, and there's no point in continuing to harp on it, is All For One should have just flew away. That's it. He should have took off instead of entertaining these people. Like, he could have left a long time ago, but he stayed back a little too long, and now he's actually caught up. That's the only thing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like something's about to happen. Something's about I don't know what, but something is about to happen. Can't tell you what's gonna happen, but something is gonna happen. You got Mount Lady with this metal stick, Gagan throwing rocks. You have Inasa over here controlling the wind. You have Tokoyami and Dark Shadow in their Ragnarok form. He's gonna do something crazy. He is. You got whoever this person is down here. I'm pretty sure this is Meat Man. No, I can't think of his name. Like you got everyone is going in on him. There's no way something crazy doesn't happen right now. There's no way something crazy is not about to happen. I just feel like it's setting up for him to go him to do something insane. This is the perfect chance to kill some people, if I'm being honest. Something like this is the perfect time to just off somebody. Because this is what happened last time. Matter of fact, this is exactly what happened last time. If you take what was going on in the war, everybody was dogpiling Gigantomachia, and then he activates like his assault form and he kills a bunch of people in the process. Everyone's dogpiling All For One. All For One does something nuts, activates some quirk, does something, and a bunch of people end up dying. If a bunch of people die and no kids die, then we definitely know Jump is gonna let the kids die. But it's like maybe one of the Shiketsu kids bite the dust. I don't know. But I feel like this is the opportunity to get rid of someone. A scene just like this where there's 50 million heroes all around the big bad of the series. I don't know. I like this chapter. I have to say that. I did like this chapter. I don't feel that way. A lot of people have been feeling that way though. And it makes me want to reread, like start back from whenever All For One shows up for Aoyama and everyone hops out the portals. It makes me kind of want to reread from back then just to see how it feels reading through it. I don't feel that way, but I talked to a friend and he didn't like the war. He didn't like the war at all. He said it was too much. He said too much was happening and he kind of just lost interest. I was like, I don't understand. I was like, I'm confused as why you feel that way, but you like Naruto, but I don't know. Right? I was just like, I have no idea. But he was like, so I'm like, if he doesn't like this, he's damn sure not about to like all this stuff that's happening. Yeah, I like this one, man. I definitely have to reread though, because I don't feel what everyone else is feeling. But that's majority of the time I don't feel that way. It was really majority of the time. But then again, there's very few things that I don't like about My Hero. So I'm like the wrong person to have this conversation with, I feel like. I want to look into like Mina's eyes. Like her eyes are always black. I feel like we've always seen her eyes black. But whenever she activated like max output, because if we go from earlier, like from this right here, her eyes are all black. I'm trying to see if we see Mina anywhere else before she pops up with max output. No, we don't. She activates her max output and her left eye like it's not black. It's like it's losing the color. And I don't know if this is like, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. It's interesting. I need to like we need hold on, let me I I think it I still think it looks the same right there. It's hard to tell though because our eyes are like squinty. I like this. This is a solid chapter. I definitely want to see this colored though. I definitely do. I want to see this colored because this is crazy. It did freeze, but I don't know if this is like an encoder thing or if it's the camera actually froze because it unfroze itself earlier. Let me do this. Oh, it didn't come back. Didn't come back. Okay. Interesting. You got me thinking now. You definitely got me thinking about this. I think I might, but I've said this before though. I might co-sign that. Yeah, I did say this before. I might co-sign that feeling if every fight ended up going to like a phase 3 or a phase 4. Like the thing with like the war arc in Naruto, that war arc progressed so crazy. It was like so long, and there were so many stages that if a lot of people, when they think of the war, a lot of people mainly think about everybody fighting the Ten Tails. Like after the Hokage show up and all of that stuff, and he's in the nine-tailed form. After, like, people think of that. And that part goes forever anyways. But like if you really like the war, it started off with the Zetsu clones supposedly going. I don't remember like the specifics. The Zetsu clones are somewhere and we were gonna go because the war was 2 days. Crazy. The war was 2 days. The first day was the forces versus the Zetsu clones, and then night 1. This is where if you're anime only, you got confused because they stretched out night 1 forever. But night 1 is when Naruto shows up and he has his test of force against A, wins, and then he goes on the battlefield for day 2. Because I think day 1, Kakashi, that's when Kakashi fights Zabuza and all that stuff. That's when all that happens. And then day 2 is when Madara and the reanimation jutsu, like that's when they start going crazy on the battlefield. And then like that's when it goes from that Naruto's on the battlefield now, and then it progresses to the all the Kage versus Madara, and then that turns into like it spills into that, but then there's so much. I feel like so far this, like, that's why I feel like I don't feel that way. So far it's been All For One shows up for Aoyama. Surprise, we got you. We put everybody in the little cage things and we're gonna teleport everyone everywhere else. And then we had specific set pieces for every single battlefield. So it's like we have the UA set piece, we have the island set piece, we have the Camino set piece, we have the Gigantomachia set piece, we have the hospital set piece. We have all these different set pieces. The hospital set piece is wrapped up because Kurogiri is now active on the battlefield. We're not going back to the hospital anymore. Gigantomachia set piece is done. Machia has now moved over to the All For One set piece. So that set piece has gotten a little bigger. The island set piece is done. That set piece has been rolled into the UA set piece and almost every other battlefield set piece. And in these set pieces, we've had one fight from every single person. So we got every set piece their fight. The only fights that are getting their part 2s is Dobby. Dobby's getting a part 2, and he's not even fighting Totoro. He's not even fighting Shoto. He's fighting Endeavor now. So we're rolling that piece, and then the UA set piece turned from Collection versus Shigaraki to now this is our hopefully this is going to be our final battle, Deku versus Shigaraki. So I don't feel like this has been dragging on for too long. I don't feel like it has been. We haven't even been reading. It's been six months that this has been going on. No, October 30th. What was October 30th? Oh no, it was more than 6 months then. What was July? June. Okay, so it's right around here. May. Let's go May. Yeah, so it's right around, so May-ish. No, we're coming up on a year. Holy crap. April? We are past the year. Let me go March. Let me go in the beginning of March. We've been doing this for a year. It hasn't even felt like that. See, I definitely don't agree with them. Because I definitely thought it's been 6 months, and it's been over a year. February 6th. Yeah, it's been over a year. February 6th, this is where that happens. February 6th. We go February 27th. So this started the 20th. February 20th. I'll say it started the 13th. Yeah, I'll say it started the 13th. So it's been, what's today, the 26th? Yeah. It's been a year and a month. It's been 13 months since this final war battle started. I thought it was only 6 months. I'm totally bugging out. It's been over a year. I definitely don't agree with feeling that way. Because I remember reading Naruto, and I remember thinking the war has been going on for a long time now. I remember feeling that way towards the end of it. But I was distracted because Bleach was happening at the same time, and it was 1,000-year. You get what I mean, right? Clearly something greater was happening at that moment. Clearly. But I remember feeling that, the way people are saying, I remember feeling that way about Naruto. I don't feel this way about this. It's been over a year since we've been doing this. Naruto's work was 2.5 years. It was mad long. I remember feeling that way. This has barely been a year, and I think we all can agree that we don't think My Hero makes it out of the year. So it won't even make 2 years for this final battle. And there's no telling if we're going to get another break, if they're going to isolate, like as far as like in story times, if they're going to break and something else is going to happen. All right, call it here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. We should be back here next Sunday for 384. Have a good week. Hopefully, God willing. And I'll catch you then. So peace out.